Got no SSRs after re-rolling, want to get rid of the account and get a better one? Stuck with male characters after 17 hours of re-rolling on multiple accounts at once? Do you have slow internet and you just don't want to download 1.3 gigabytes every single time you want to re-roll? Well, I have a guide for you. Now, my name is Tachi. If you guys are interested, feel free to hit the like button if you find this video to be helpful, but we'll try to make this easy. Now, the first step is obviously re-rolling the original account. As you can see here, this account is hot fucking garbage. Now, most of you guys probably don't want an account like this. So all you gotta do is in your emulator, and this is an emulator guide, this should work on all of them. Technically you could use this on your phone, but it will be slightly more complicated. Now, on emulator, hit the setting button of your emulator. You'll get a little setting tab here. Go into wherever you find it, it's going to say root permissions. Now, sometimes it'll be in advanced, sometimes other settings. I'm using LD player, it's in other settings here. You go to root permissions, enable, restart. Now this will restart your emulator and this will make this very, very, very quick. You won't even have to download a thing. Next, all you have to do is go into File Manager, open up and go into the root folder. In my case, I have it saved ahead of time just to make it easier for me. You're going to go into the data folder and then scroll down, go into the data folder, look for the COM Bandai Namco Crestoria account. You're going to delete shared preferences. Then you're going to go into files. You're going to go into the 0 folder and you're going to delete the user bin. And then all you have to do is open up the menu again and disable root permissions and then restart. Now, the reason why you have to disable root permissions here is because the game will literally not run if you have root enabled. If you guys happen to run into any issues where the game is not loading for you on emulator and it's like, I think it's error 60, that is likely because you have root permissions enabled, which is basically means that your phone is rooted. You have to unroot your device, your phone or your emulator for it to actually be able to run the game. Now we get to the easy part. We are back in the tutorial. Luckily, every single bit of this tutorial you can actually skip. All you have to do is just memorize exactly where the buttons are. This really does not take much time. It's actually almost mindless. You kind of just remember where everything is. It's almost like a job, except worse. And you don't get paid. Just keep skipping. Skip it all. It's going to get to the point where you know where every single close button is going to be ahead of time. There's going to be a close button here twice. Hit selective summon. Filter to the character that you want by element. In my case, I already know I want Velvet. Skip. Next. Close. Line up. It's going to ask you to equip the character into your party and then equip the memory onto the character. Alright, next, do quest. It's just going to tell you a bunch of stuff. There's going to be a couple closes down here. Keep it there. Menu. Home settings. Just keep tapping. Keep tapping. There's going to be some closes down here. And then it's going to start hitting you with all the notices. Oh, look at them. All the notices. Over and over again. Look at all the free stuff, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh man, look at all that free stuff. Close. I think there's about 5 of these, if I'm not mistaken. Just keep closing them. There's one more. Son of a bitch. Alright. So, you grab everything from your box. I believe you get 2800. That is enough for a 10 pull and one extra pull after that, but for the most part, just do your 10 pull. You're going to do your summons. Now, if this gold thing becomes rainbowish colored, not like that, like it has a rainbow. I know it's confusing, but if it becomes like a rainbow, you get an SSR. You can skip. Sometimes they will turn into an SSR, even though it didn't do that, but it's very rare. I only saw it happen a couple times. In general, for the most part, you want to go for, I want to say at least 3 SSRs, including the one that you got. And I will tell you more or less who you should be rolling for in a second. Now you see, like that's what I mean. That is an SSR. So there's one SSR in here, unfortunately only one. And the SSR we got was a Velvet dude. So in terms of the characters that you want, looking at this list here, the characters that I would consider to be quite good are Kanata, Vicious, Velvet, Soleil, Ludger, Estelle, Rita, Stan, Leon, and Cress. Those are the characters that I find to be quite good, at least thus far from what I've seen. Obviously the game has only been out for, I don't know, 20 hours. So who knows, perhaps in the future some of this information will be slightly outdated, but at the very least, hopefully the reroll was actually helpful for you guys. Anyways, that is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I am out. Have a nice day.